If you are watching in the future, thanks for watching. Hello. Hope you're having a good one. A very merry time zone. I'm gonna get right into it because I kind of just feel like seeing what happens to Martina. Things are looking pretty rough for her. But we've also taken a lot of steps to make things easier. And there may actually be some fats in her future. Like, she has a lot of ingredients and things like that right now. Mostly what she's missing is fats to add to dishes. That is why she is getting so low weight. But we have a butter churn now, and we could potentially, maybe, milk the sheep, because there were a few of them in one of the distant fields. Not so distant, but more distant than the one right next to us, that actually had babies. Let me just see if we have a bucket. 'Cause I think we do. And if we don't have a bucket, then we could probably make one. Yeah. We could make a wooden bucket, or we could carve a bucket. The wooden bucket looks more annoying to do because of the iron bands. I think the carved bucket will do. Problem is, we chopped up a bunch of the logs because we were trying to get carpentry skill. So I guess we will have to use this hatchet. I don't know if it'll actually survive through one tree, though. We will see. Actually, if we can find a log just walking along here. There we go. Yeah. We don't need to chop anything down for this. We needed the saplings before, which I haven't found other than through foraging. I haven't found them just laying around. We'll put this down because we have some chicken. Do we have a medium handle over here already? Yes, yes we do. So we should be able to make this. I'm gonna go check on those sheep and see if they're ready. Because they have babies. They gotta be producing milk at some point. I suspect they won't have nearly as much for us as the cows would. But we have not found a single cow in this town. It gave us some nice carving XP too. Let's see how our handy knife's doing. Still doing great. What crafts can I learn from it though? Forge small knife and forge corkscrew. I mean, at some point that will break and we're gonna want it. We learned how to forge a bucket from the carved bucket that we just made. That's kind of fun. I like how they're filling out the progression of it. Early on, part of the problem with how much there is to the building now is that it wasn't very fleshed out. If you were to just go out into the wilderness and try to gain skills and stuff like that, you would really struggle. The inventive trait helps quite a bit. I'm not using any mods on this right now because I was just testing what things would be like on my server that I was starting. Hello, my friend. Good morning. How goes it? Yes. All animals can get infected now? No. No udder. Even though it has a baby. It says needs a baby first. Well, you have one. Is your baby starving? Do you? Maybe they just don't have any for us because they have babies. Like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to milk the sheep. Just gonna have a look at them. Oh yeah, I forgot. We wrote a list on the map. Zombie tigers. Oh no. They haven't even added wolves or coyotes, stuff like that, to the game yet. It would be quite an irregularity to find a tiger in Kentucky. Although there's enough room on this map for a zoo. So car, gas can, animal trailer, they're all grouped together. Rain collectors... Oh, I think we were grinding the carpentry skill for that or something. But we were looking for tarps as well. That's kind of a... Just gotta keep my eye out for loot. Compost bin... Did we already do that? I think the scariest, animals can get infected thing that I've seen in any zombie media. I don't remember which movie it was, but it was a zombie movie that was part of a series, like a long-standing series. And there were birds, like infected crows and stuff like that. I didn't like that. I really didn't like that. Okay, I think we put all this stuff over here because we didn't have the skill to make it yet. Can we make it now? A compost. No, we're not high enough carpentry. Okay. So we're just gonna leave that there again. Let's see. We're making a bunch of random stuff. Okay, what level of carpentry are we? Did we actually... Oh, we just barely didn't make the level. That's why we were over there. Still... I think that's where I left off, was grinding the carpentry skill. Wooden toolbox wouldn't hurt. Oh, we need a hand drill for that. Well, do we have one? I don't know that I even checked the tools. Yeah, we have one. We're good, we're good. Just gonna put some of the stuff I need to access often over here. I remember we made dice, we made a pipe, we made a fork and a spoon for ourselves. We can make a fishing rod. You know what? I'm gonna do that. That is kind of necessary. I like to watch her do the little animations. It's not like that by default, but you can click that and it hides the menu. It's actually looking like a workshop now. The mess is part of a workshop. It's necessary. I think this is holding a bunch of the tools and stuff I've made already, so that's organized enough. I don't know why I bothered closing that door. There's plenty of places for the zombies to get in here if they decide to wander this way. I think it's still better to... Where is my roasting pan? There we go. I forgot they stack all the pans now. Still some stuff to get used to. It's funny to me that the different parts of a chicken count as separate items when you're adding them to food. So, like, you don't get sick of it being chicken just because you've added a chicken leg and a freaking chicken fillet and a chicken wing. I think the peanut butter is probably going to be giving us the most fat right now in this. Right, and this, yeah, safe to eat uncooked. We can tell because it doesn't say dangerous to eat uncooked. Am I really just carrying a bread knife? Yeah, that's my weapon, a bread knife. It is amazing Martina has lived this long. I don't think there's much else interesting we can make with carpentry at this level that we haven't made already. There's a few things that I guess we'll probably use at some point if we haven't found better stuff by then already. I want to make sure I'm leveling carpentry because some of the options, they've added a lot more that lets you level either carving or carpentry depending on what skill you want to be grinding at the time for the same item, basically. Like, those buckets should work about the same. The one with metal might be a nicer bucket. I don't know. I feel like it's more expensive, so it might be a better bucket. We'll have to test that at some point. How much XP we get out of this? We don't need very much. This might do it. Are the chickens alive? Most of them. I ate some of them. Martina gets hungry. There we go. We made a whole bunch of different stuff that at some point we might use. She's still got her sunglasses on. Let's see. The compost bin. We can cross that off the list. Sometimes I feel like I hear footsteps, but I'm not sure if it was me. Basic composter is all we can make. Oh. Somebody just drew the horde onto themselves. Now we can get rid of our rotten food and all of the, like, animal poop laying around. Stick that in our pocket. I kind of want to get, like, a sack specifically for that, because, again, when I put something in my base inventory like this, I'm thinking of it as her just tucking it into her pocket. Right now, she's cleaning. Let's actually check how clean is this. Hasn't been very long. We got some eggs though. Yeah, 12% dirtiness already. With all these chickens, I think that's gonna be the concern. We'll have to carve another bucket to put by them. That compost bin is actually gonna fill up really fast. Should have looked for a rake or something. There's certain tools that you can use that make the cleaning of all of the droppings a lot faster. Another thing we could do is combine the herds of sheep. Haul all the food and, you know, just bring all the resources together. Fight entropy a little bit. But you guys saw how long it took to move the chickens. Until we get the animal trailer, it's gonna be a long process. Especially with the sheep, they're a bit heavier. You can still carry them, but they're heavier. To the point it is kind of more efficient just to get a bunch of rope. Run along with a whole herd of them. Especially since we've cleared a lot of the zombies between us and them. Although that wasn't Martina. That was the one that came before her. Martina surely feels that she stinks now. I wonder which pocket she put that all in. I think we could eat again. We can cross this off our list. Rain collectors, I think the easiest thing on our list right now is to go looking for tarp. And while we're going around looting, looking for tarp, we will probably find the rest of our stuff. Like, wandering around, we might find rabbits. When we're looting in houses, we might find car keys and stuff like that. I think it would be nice to keep clearing the chicken factory since we started it. But there's also a lot of houses along here that we haven't really gone into, even though the area is pretty clear. So I think I'll start here, and then we'll keep working on that. Hopefully we'll find some weapons. But first, see how we're doing on water. Okay. I think I'm gonna refill on water once I get into the area I want to be in. Because there's a house that we did go into that we can kind of camp out in. If I just... I'm going to make myself a roast, eat that roast, and then make myself another roast and just take that with me. Stick it in the backpack. You have clearly not seen me in battle. This is why it's good to be my friend. When you are friends with the scary one, the scary works for you. I would use the walk too, starting from indoors, but I don't trust her to not go out the broken window or something. We'll come back pretty quickly just because the chickens will need cleaning of the coop. Even without meta predators, there are risks for them. I've had the moment in Green Hell and in this game where I come back from a little adventure and all of my animals are just laying on the ground. Like, ah. Yeah, I knew there was something I was forgetting. You know, it rained, so I thought I could get away with being away from the crops for a little bit, but... yeah. Poor guys. Can stop and refill the water here. I've already kind of gone through this place, so I don't think there's much for us in loot here, but I wasn't going thoroughly. Yeah, there was a zombie in here. And absolutely no loot. One of those things where it's like, oh, shit, sorry dude, I didn't mean to interrupt you. There was really no reason to, huh? We've got houses up there and down here. I'm gonna go down until I see the mob of zombies that we saw last time. Then we'll peek up. I can research a recipe from that, so I'm guessing we don't have one. Yeah, a lot of the stuff in the fridges and freezers is gonna be rotten now. Sometimes worth checking the trash cans. The trash bags can have some interesting stuff in them. Also worth collecting the trash bags because we can still make rain collectors out of them. All of the doors are open in this one. We may have been here. Taking that. There's lots of things to collect in Build 42. I like collecting the photos. I've also seen people collect speeding tickets, though. You can find a lot of them in people's wallets. Mailboxes and stuff like that. Actually, kind of like reading these. Let's see if it's a different one. Yes. States debate knocks solutions. Authorities considering radical solutions. The Tennessee legislature voted to provide free firearms for all steady-minded residents. California Supreme Court is moving to Santa Catalina Island. Both houses of Congress have limited their attendance to 25%. These are just some of the strange scenes as authorities debate what to do about the Nox virus. The debate centered on two topics: how to deal with the infected and where safe zones could be set up to protect uninfected citizens. Suggestions ranged from quarantine to summary execution of the infected. Reports following the Nox boundary breach suggest that And we finally get some photos. Hundreds of people with the Nox virus mindlessly attacked personnel and barricades with their hands, overwhelming military and civilians alike. I like that we get to see this just as they make it so that the zombies can actually break through fences. Dozens dead. Army retreats. Dozens of people have been killed as the military boundary south of Louisville has been breached by a crowd of hundreds of people. Well, that is a funny wording trick, isn't it? Dozens of people. Hundreds of people. Despite a shoot-to-kill policy put into place by authorities, the military was swiftly overwhelmed and infected people attacked survivors, living in tents in the boundary camp. So they must only be counting the people who were attacked in the boundary camp. The losses there. Lots of little details to that. I like the attention to detail. I really, really do. Like, they're thorough with it. This is a world. So, we see that they had a car. They had a car. Yes! Genuinely, it's world building, but like, in the little details. And that's, frankly, where it belongs, you know? Like, it's everything supports it. Hello, hello. A wrench. One of my favorite weapons. Bro. You got a weapon on your back. I'm taking that. You just saw that zombie. You can't be jump scared by it. Whoa. Accidentally went into the basement there. Was he the only one home? Yeah, he cleared everybody else out. Thanks, buddy. Oh, you can put the machete on your back or on belt loops. That is new. That is new and I love it. Hey, we got July 14th and an empty hot water bottle. Just gonna pause it while we read. No need for panic. That's when that broadcast goes out. 2 major religious sites closed due to virus fears. Vatican City, the seat of the Roman Catholic Pope, and the Mecca, the holiest city in Islam, are closing their doors to the outside world due to the threat of the Nox virus. The pontiff has asked for forgiveness and prayers as the fortified city, located in the center of Rome, closed its doors to the public. The Swiss Guard has said it is prepared for the worst, as thousands of pilgrims already stranded due to the international grounding of flights will be forced to limit their movements under new restrictions in the Italian capital. Saudi Arabia, which closed its borders indefinitely yesterday, has also announced that the city of... See, this reminds me of Pandemic in a way. The game Pandemic. We're hearing about people closing borders and stuff, but way too late. Grounding flights. There is no need for further panic. Virus lethal but contained. President leaves capital unrelated to outbreak. DC is busy, and the traffic is really bad in DC. So, yeah. It reminds you of your life one. Yeah, fair. I think there are definitely notes of that. I remember playing Zomboid like while that was going on and listening to the radio broadcasts in game and watching the shows in game and stuff like that and being like, whoa. Like, this is a commentary on some levels. Because it's so real. The way that they covered things in the news. It's been 6 years. It is pretty wild. I think part of why it doesn't feel like it's been that long is because it went on so long. Like, it kind of drew out. To different extents for different countries, it seems like, too. General John McGrew released a statement on Tuesday admitting that the Nox virus is degenerative, but claiming that its spread is contained within the event boundary, which now encompasses hundreds of square miles of the state of Kentucky. The CDC has released a statement saying that though the virus seems to cause great violence between sufferers, its method of transmission through fluid contact is an inefficient way of spreading. Officials have also denied that the president has left Washington, D.C. due to the virus, saying his absence concerns a private family matter. Oh, we already had leather gloves. We've got spares now. Those actually get torn up really fast. Study in Scarlet. No skill books. Some honey. A rotten mouse and a fresh onion. Some things stay fresher longer. I do not have a memory for these things. My memory has a strong preference for concepts versus... Oh boy, it's gonna be dark down here, but we got a generator. Do we have a flashlight? Yes. Yeah, names and dates I struggle with. But concepts my brain loves. We got a large hook. That gets us closer to making a butcher's hook. Oh yeah, there's gonna be all kinds of tools down here. Rubber hose will come in useful at some point. We got a tarp, which means we can make some rain collection. Lots of car stuff for when we get into car repair. Box of screws. I don't think we had that. We're gonna run out of space here, though. Pipe wrench will definitely come in handy. I don't think we've saved any of those. We got a hand-operated press and a spinning wheel down here that I'm gonna want to come back and pick up at some point. Got a workbench. I don't know how useful those are. But, wow. Look at all this stuff. We'll be back here. We will be back here. I want another tarp because I definitely want to be building rain collection soon. And yeah, they got a pinball machine. They got a jukebox. They got arcade machine. They got droids. They got all kinds of stuff here. I'm going to mark it on the map. Loot on. I guess. Yeah, let's just give it that. Because it's tools, lots of tools. Alright, if you hold down F, it still gives you the lighting menu, so you can just easily stash your stuff. Oh boy, we're a bit heavy. I don't want to put anything down, though. I really don't want to put anything down. Okay, we'll stash it at the house that we're staying in for looting this area, some of the tools that we picked up. Just right next to the oven. I don't want to hike back home that over encumbered. I'm still carrying all those nails. I should have emptied my inventory. We will go back, we will unload the inventory, and then we'll go back for looting. Because it looks like there is stuff here, especially with the basements. The houses themselves don't seem to have much, but if we get that one extra floor, it seems to help. Plus, they have so much good stuff in the basements. Depending on which one we might find liquor, we might find tools, we might find like machines like we found down there. If we can pick those up and bring them over, that saves us having to build those machines. Hand-operated press would have been a lot of foraging. Okay, the chickens are kind of cute. The way that they go back into their coop at night. Okay, I'm gonna keep the tarp on me. We'll eat the crackle bar. Ah, we didn't eat the roast. We could have eaten that. Eat that now. Actually, I'll visit the tool shelf. We've got enough of them here, huh? I'm gonna have to for the nails and such anyway. Yeah, we just have broken ratchet wrench. Yeah. It is pretty dark, but I know my way around this area. Unloading sharp tools in the dark. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This shed, by the way, is pretty risky. Like, if there are zombies around, then they corner you in here real easy. Just unload the scythe onto that little shelf there. That's enough organizing for now. We're very CB. We're probably gonna sleep a real long time. Well. Alright, we've got a liquor cabinet. We've got some beer on there already. Eventually we might cook with it. Eventually she may need to get to bed at a specific time as well. I think I'm gonna keep the empty hot water bottle with me and then just fill that up somewhere. Spare battery, oh, man, if it would fit in the fanny pack would be awesome. We have too much bandages and stuff. I like to close the bedroom door. I don't know, it's just habit. Play with sprinters enough. Zombies that can open doors, you want a little forewarning. I feel like if the door opened, then I would wake up. That is how things happen in real life, you know? I think I actually want to save this machete, especially since we don't really have many options right now for slaughtering the livestock. We have that one hatchet, and that's it. I don't know, we might be able to use some of the knives, but it was, last time I played, it was pretty picky about what it would let you slaughter the animals with. I think it would be good to get water collection out. Peanut butter? Yeah, we don't have any butter yet. We need some fat in our diet. Look, she's full to bursting. Couldn't manage another single solitary bite. That's a war crime. There's a sauté sauce, peanut sauce. It has peanut butter in it. It has other stuff in it too, but machete, that's what I wanted to leave here. We'll leave the machete there. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can pick something up before the next time I need a second weapon. How is the wrench? The wrench is doing pretty good on conditions, so we'll see how the looting goes. We're adding the chicken and the egg. And peanut butter. But also some pepper. I should probably see if... Okay, I have a rag, and we have a bucket over there that has water in it. I'm just gonna clean the chicken coop real quick so that I've stopped worrying about it, because that builds up real fast. Only 14 so far, so it went from 12 to 14. Not much of a change since the last time we looked, but I've killed them before this way. Oh no, we used our bath towel. I was hoping you'd use the rag, actually. We can't really wash that. Like, we could if we stuck it in the washing machine and had a working washing machine, but... I'm even more disgusted by the chicken coop thing than the chicken and peanut butter. Martina has like an hour-long commute to her looting. Yeah, this is why we need a car. This town is... everything's pretty spread out. Oh, they have a compost bin. Wonder if we can lift that one. I like the noise when it breaks, actually. Oh boy. Wonder which window it is. Oh, the one we were just at. Good senses, buddy. A cutting board in the front closet. A dress style watch. I'll take it. Another can opener. That would be a great find if it wasn't for how many can openers we already have. At least the fruit punch didn't go bad. Fucking melted popsicle. That's so sad. Didn't get here soon enough. They do have a basement. And a shed. The shed does not have windows. That's something for later. Time to disassemble this door and see if there's any zombies around. If anyone's there, I've got a hammer. I hear rats. Oh, they're mice. Hey, little guy. Okay, that's actually kind of cute. They've got an advanced kiln. Can I pick that up? No, I can't pick it up. Oh. Pottery wheel. What about this? Can pick up the pottery wheel and the hand press. They're pretty heavy, so I'm gonna put it off for now. But if we get a car, that would be awesome. We got a pottery bench. Okay. I like this place. I like this place. Lots of planks. What stations we have? We have emergency broadcast station. Let's take this radio. I haven't really been paying attention to it, but knowing the weather is very useful in this game. Makes sense we can't move the kiln. But I'm also very happy we can move everything else. What about this? Compost bin we can pick up, but it has compost inside. We don't have a sack or anything like that, so I guess it's not going to show us how much. Here we are. I don't know if there's going to be anything fresh here. It's probably going to be sacks of rotten food, mostly. But there might be some potatoes or onions or something. Oh, I'm quite glad there wasn't a horde in here. Lots of empty crates. So this will be a good place to pick up storage. Produce box, rotten tomatoes. Didn't know they were still doing stuff. Not much to review in the zombie apocalypse. If we ever want produce boxes, we know where to find them. In fact, I'm gonna take one of the mediums. At some point, we will be harvesting, and we'll be needing somewhere to put all that. Okay, so not much here, definitely not fresh stuff. A rotten leek, oof. Yeah, we'll grab 2 of the medium produce boxes. Still something interesting out of that. A little bit of storage. We can take those crates later on and they'll be pretty good storage. There's the mob. We actually have a weapon that we should be able to deal with them with, though. The leather coat I'll take off of them because I might want to take that apart later. Get some leather strips. Storage room. Might be something in the greenhouse. Alright, we'll climb over the couch. Okay, it's toilet paper. It's the toilet paper. Why is the greenhouse the toilet paper house? They've even got it in the oven. Toilet paper? Yeah, like, this this was the funniest joke that I found around COVID is the toilet paper house. Nothing but toilet paper in absolute excess. This is where all the toilet paper went. It was them. They've got it in the fridge. Not the freezer, though. They've got a rotten bag of fish fingers in the freezer. You know what? I'm gonna sit down, have a rest, eat my roast. If we ever need Tinder, we know where to go. And if we come back and this house is burnt down, then we know what happened. Alright, we still got some space. We still got some space. I have a key. I think we may not have gone into this one before because there were more zombies than I wanted to deal with at the time. This might be our car. We have a David the Gnome. He's in the rear right seat right now. He's our buddy. That's the friend we've been looking for. Let's see if the car will start. Okay, so we will need a gas can before we can get this started. But, taking David the Gnome with me. You can go in my backpack for now. Martina finally has a friend. A door hinge. We'll need that if we ever want to repair our doors. Something we could do to grind our carpentry skill. Fix the house up. Tire iron. That can go on my back. And an empty gas can. That's about all we're going to be able to take, but we're taking it. Now this changes a few things. Having a car is huge, but needing gas for it before we can use it is a bit of a pain. Because Martina lured a whole bunch of zombies into the area that we had been clearing to the gas station. It's just the closest bridge to the trailer park. Wait. Nah, this is our street. Oh, I should have refilled the water before I left. Forget that Martina is a very thirsty girl. Okay. Let's see. Do I have anything else to put in there? I'll put the spare water in here too, because it's kind of just a drinks cabinet at this point. Actually, do I have a drinks cabinet? Over here, I think I was starting one. Yes, that's where we have it. We've got a whole water dispenser bottle in there. We're actually good on water. So here's where we're putting all our mixers. Farm fresh, it says on there. Awesome. It will be, it will be. Put our radio here, actually over here, because I like listening to the weather while we're making breakfast. Headphones, I'm gonna put over here. Martina doesn't smoke yet, so we're gonna leave that there. Just in case somebody comes along who does. We've got several different kinds of hammer now, which is nice. They sort of just stay something that you need. I'm thinking it would be very good to get some more building done. So we're gonna put David over here with us. Come on, gotta be able to place him. Yeah, because we're going to be going in and out of the workshop, so yes. Yes, we'll say David here, either way. Gas can... Which can go in here for now. Where is the rubber thingy? Oh, come on. Did we leave it inside? Okay. Curse my hatred of organizing. Okay, get yourself some water. Still got water in the sink. Rubber hose, there we go. We'll put those together because when we go on that trip, we'll want quick grab. Then I think we need nails, plank. Probably need like 3 more. Oh, we can't make the good ones yet. Be good to get down anything, though, at this point. We'll find more tarps. Yeah, let's pick up 3 more planks. Now, what I'm curious about... The barrels, you have to close them. Otherwise, you lose water. It kind of just evaporates. So do I have to close this one? Can I close this one? We'll find out whenever it rains, I suppose. That might be the advantage in this build of the higher skill rain collector, just because the lid ends up being vital on hot days. We won't really be able to keep water for very long in the summer unless we bottle it up. We're adding peanut butter again because we don't have much else to add to it. Having any rain collection is better than having none, though. Let's see. Just scrap wood here. Just scrap wood here. We need the hinges and the doorknobs and stuff if we're gonna rebuild the doors. Maybe we stashed them. Hello, hello, welcome back. Happy to see ya. We have a single door hinge, no doorknob, so we need another door hinge and we need a doorknob before we can rebuild that door. I don't know if we'll be able to take out the windows from the other houses. I don't know if that was a mod or if that was base game, but I used to, like, I know that there was a way to, oh, come on, let me pick up the broken glass. We have gloves and everything. Ah, it's under curtain for some reason. Yeah, it did. That's kind of wild. It gave me a little notification about it the other day. I'll just stash the broken glass in there. Who knows? Maybe we'll need broken glass at some point. You can actually scratch yourself by picking up broken glass, by the way. I think the gloves are the difference there, but I'm not sure. They've changed this menu as well. Instead of right click, you go into the inventory for the fireplace and destroy stuff for fuel. I like that it's still a drop-down menu, though. And it starts raining as soon as we get our rain collector up. Give it a second, and then I just want to see... Does it give me an option? No. I have no option to close this one. Yeah, it feels like usually it waits. Now the circumstances are not exactly ideal because we don't have a rain collector that we can actually close yet, so that water's probably going to be gone within the next day or two. But we'll be able to bottle up some of it before that happens. And we're filling our buckets and stuff like that too, that we have out. Hey, 420. Well, that's just before I'd like to be awake, but we can get breakfast done if we stop walking into the wrong room. Very dark with the rain. Ooh. Lemon tea sounds good. I don't think I've had a lemon tea. I've got a cappuccino today. I'm still having my coffee. Still skeptical of those mushrooms. We're not good enough at foraging yet that we know whether they're poisonous. It will make us a little bit unhappier to reuse ingredients, but the chicken is going stale. We definitely want to eat through that. She's still losing weight. Kind of just maintaining there. Just gotta eat more often. Too dark to read? What about over here? There we go. Just needed to be by a window. Let's look. We've got a gas can. No animal trailer. We haven't collected the car yet, so I'm not going to count that yet. We have one rain collector. So we can change this to... rain collection barrel. Zzz. We want at least 2. Still haven't found easily capturable rabbits yet. If we find an animal trailer, then that becomes easier as well. Having to collect them one by one kind of sucks. Thinking about the chicken factory today. Thinking about it. Because we have collected some weapons. We haven't fully looted this area. But... the chicken factory is probably going to have what we want. Yeah. Well, thanks, Grandpa. Can I load sheep in the rear seat? I don't think so. I do not think so. I feel like we should be able to, you know? Oh, you're watching the stream on TV? That's gotta be interesting with Zomboid. Don't think I've seen Zomboid on a huge screen, you know, like compared to a computer monitor. Although there are some computer monitors that are TV sized at this point. Alright, I don't think we went down this road last time. I don't know if we trailed zombies along it at some point. Oh, hello! Yeah, you are about what I was expecting. Expecting a handful more as I move along here. Ah, there we go. They clustered. Hey, they started it. They looked at me funny, okay? They looked at me like they wanted a bite. My only choice was to give them the wrench. Oh man, it's a rainy day. We're gonna end up using that bath towel that we used to clean the chicken coop by accident. Notice, these are all slow zombies. I feel like the sprinters probably caught up to us or like ran fast enough that we had to deal with them. Even the fast hobblers weren't in this group. See, I would just leave a bread knife, but also we can melt it down later. Game name, this is Project Zomboid. This is one of my favorite games. If not my favorite game. Like, looking at the hours that I have on it, I probably just gotta say it's my favorite. They haven't broken the fence yet. But it is still busy here. Look, there's skeletons from the last time we were here. It's apparently very smelly here still. Even though there's skeletons now. Yeah, actually, I'm not familiar with that one either. At least I don't think. Well, you don't have to, but surviving is generally preferable. Well, yeah, I mean, real estate market is really a buyer's market in the zombie apocalypse. You can kind of just choose whichever house you like the best. So far, there aren't other survivors, like NPCs in this game. Unless you're playing multiplayer, you're not going to see other living people. But that seems like something they're planning for the next build is survivors. There's hints at survivors in the game in its current state. Like, oh boy. Sometimes you'll come across zombies that actually look like they were prepared for the zombie apocalypse. Like, they maybe survived a little bit further into it. Gigabyte. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. Alright, we're gonna step away, take a little break, because Martina's at her breaking point again. She hates this place. Hates it. We'll walk over here. We'll see if anybody's chasing us. Sit down for a second here. I took the nails with me again. We're mostly just gonna be fighting this time anyway. I do not think we'll be able to do much looting. We may have to go back for water, hilariously. The rainwater is not safe to drink. She's still at her breaking point. She was getting less stressed walking away from it a little bit, but she's stressed all over again. She's like, we're not leaving? Oh. Just sat there looking at the chicken farm like, shit, I really do need to clear that place. Your arms will hurt from moving your hands to smash zombie heads 100 times? Absolutely. Absolutely. I actually, that's the reason that I leave muscle fatigue on in the settings. I do tone it down a little bit because it's really annoying early on when you're real out of shape. But I think it's realistic, you know? You swing enough times. There are guns, but guns in this game are a certain way. Especially with the zombie settings I have. So in the game settings, I've made it so that it's random whether the zombies have good hearing or good cognition, like whether they know how to follow you and whether they remember you and stuff like that, whether they can open doors or windows. I've made that completely random. So you don't know what to expect from any zombie. But also, guns in general in this game, they're very loud. And zombies hear that and are very attracted to loud noises. So, if you don't have enough bullets to deal with all of the zombies that are gonna hear you, it's really not a good idea to shoot in this game. Yeah, you're just letting all of them know where you are. So until I get a lot of bullets, I tend not to use guns in this game. I might use them for hunting, more in this patch. Yeah, guns are really, really loud in real life. So again, that's realistic. If you were to use a gun, they would hear you. Now we've done a little bit of clearing there. I'm gonna walk home for a drink and to just let her chill out for a second because she's nauseous, she's super stressed, she's tired. We're not going to be fighting so well right now. Which is okay, but it'll get worse. There's enough zombies there that there might be sprinters. And, well, we're not going to make efficient use of our weapons if we're too tired to use them, which means that we're breaking our weapons faster than we need to be. If we're fighting the zombies in unideal conditions like this. And when the loot is rare, the weapons are highly valuable. That is a resource you actually have to manage when you get into the crazy zombie settings. Most of the chickens hiding out in the coop. Favorite thing to do when she's stressed, 2-hour-long commute in the rain. Yeah, she's not very happy. She's also dehydrated and drenched at the same time. But you know what we can do for her, since it's raining this hard. Anyway. We're building up water pretty continuously. Let's see how much we have. See! Not as much as you'd think. Not as much as you'd think. Like, can we even wash ourselves with this? Can't wash all our clothing. We can wash ourselves, though. Let's do that. That'll make her a little happier. Now, a mod that I do like is working... What are these called? It's a laundry line. It's a drying line. It's a... something. But these here, these can be really useful with that mod. It actually, because your survivor will get stressed out, it can be nice for them to, like, do laundry, have a little bit of a quiet day when we get later along and can actually support it. I'm just dropping a bunch of stuff here. I cannot be bothered to organize it. And we'll know if it's not where it's supposed to be. It's in the pile of stuff. So we're still moist and agitated. Let's just sit down, read a comic book or something. Oh, we read The Moderators, Beyond the Ice Palace, and Space Warlock, number 100. Let's see, Rico 2. When you get bored, you annoy your cat. Oh. It's like the other way around with my cat, although she's too cute to be annoying, honestly. This should de-stress us, looking at America's national parks. I only speak English. I know, like, a few words here or there in a few other languages, but... Can I cuddle a chicken for that sweet serotonin? Let's see. Let's say hi to the chickies. Well, we weren't stressed anymore, so I'm not sure if it helped, but it made me feel better. And this is a long commute, so we might just stay home for a bit. Since we're probably gonna get tired pretty early as well. Yeah. Something we can do, grab some rope and bring over some of the sheep. So that's pretty close. Yes, Martina has friends. Martina has lots of friends. In fact, Martina might even have more friends since the zombie apocalypse started. We have David the gnome. We have all of these sheepies. Come here, you're my new friend. We are going. Where are your friends? Weren't there more sheep here? Did we eat all the sheep here? Guess it's just this one. We gotta leave the ram for now because I still haven't decided whether I want to keep that one or the one I have in the other pen. We'll take this one because it doesn't have a baby. Actually, I want to check this one. Still can't milk the sheep. I don't know that that's going to be an option. The baby needs her more. All right. And now we have 3 new friends to bring back. Like other rams, just like, yeah, go ahead. I don't care, man. I don't think the glitching them through the fence works anymore, so we're gonna have to take them around. The glitch through the fence was really nice early on, just like, when build 42 was still only partially working kind of time. But it also really, really breaks immersion in some ways. You've tried horse milk. It's sour. Interesting. I don't think I'd expect sour. Come on. You gotta keep moving, little guy. Let's go. There we go. It's following us. Would have to make an interesting cheese if it's a sour milk. Alright, and these should be our sheepies now. So we drop them off in this zone. Yeah, looks like they're counted. They get highlighted. Alright. No babies here. The other ram had babies already. Just a poultry roast. The chicken and the egg. We don't have any more peanut butter. We'll add more egg. See if we can finish that chicken leg. And pepper to top it off. Yummy, yummy. Just kind of mixing that in a roasting pan. All of it cooked already. Apparently we burned some calories walking today. And fighting zombies in the morning. Oh no, I didn't want you to add the mushroom. No, no, no. I don't know if that mushroom will be our death. We're still very full from our last food. It's really hard to get enough food in her. She feels full before she's actually had enough calories for the day. The end of the world is keeping her in shape. Oh, it is a shape. It is certainly a shape. We're hoping that that shape isn't skeleton. Alright, and we're very tired, so hopefully she sleeps a reasonable amount of time. And actually gets us in the morning. 4 again. She loves to wake up around 4:20. We haven't gotten the crops started, girl. It's not gonna happen. Only 25 hunger on that one. I was trying to use up some of the stuff it looked like there wasn't much left of, like the 1 and 2 stuff, but it doesn't give her very much. She is living the struggle. Martina survives? Question mark? She's fighting through it, man. She wants to live. She feels like she wants to live. See, that one gives us 58. Makes a difference adding the ones with different values. I don't want this stuff to go bad. Like, we do have the compost bin, but it would suck. This is a lot of good meat. Meat. We want meat to stay on the menu, boys. How much water do we have now? Because it's been raining continuously. It shouldn't be evaporating too much. 24. That feels like it's building up because we use some of it to wash ourselves. So I guess we're going out fighting in the rain again. Actually, we could check the radio. It does have some battery. We found it full battery. Yeah. Let's check the weather, because that'll tell us today's and tomorrow's weather. We're right after the hour. We caught just the end of it. Rains to start in the evening. Weather predicted to blank in blank. Expecting showers, heavy rain. Tomorrow. Average temperature 57.5. Mild wind from the northeast. 12.44 miles per hour. Okay. So tomorrow it's going to rain hard in the evening too. We're in a storm. It's not going to stop raining. But we must go on. Yeah, we got food. Don't want to walk through the cornfield. Have I ever been to Kentucky? I might have been through Kentucky at one point. So, like, I was born in California, and then I moved to Ohio, and I rode in the, like, moving truck for that. So I saw a bunch of different places, but I was real young, so I don't really remember all the places I saw. We got to Ohio, and then we ended up going to Virginia a few years later. And then from Virginia, I moved again. But it was that long trip that we went kind of a route that you wouldn't expect necessarily. Like, it wasn't a straightforward path. Oh, man. Forgot we broke our wrench. Tire iron will work, though. Is this game's Kentucky accurate? Now, I have friends that have lived in Kentucky that thought that it was fairly accurate. I have to ask them. I'll get back to you on that. I have some friends I can ask. So I remember them talking about it, like, especially Louisville. The pronunciation of Louisville. Louisville. Like, I can't even do it right, really. There's so many places like that, though, where the people that live there pronounce it a certain way that nobody else can necessarily pronounce it because it has to do with the accent, like the very regional accent of the place. She had nice hair. I wonder who did her hair before the apocalypse. One thing I like about this game, you know, in Don't Starve, if you're playing a male character, then your beard will grow over time. And you can harvest it for resources and stuff like that. Well, in Zomboid, I don't know if it'll do it in this build, but in the last build, it happened, so I expect it in this one. If our character lives long enough, her hair will grow longer. Hello, I'm on this side of the fence now. Yeah. We're back. The fence is half painted. What can you use beard hair for? Oh, what was it? There's something specific. It's been so long since I've gotten that far. But normally it's something that you have to get off of the rabbits when you go insane in that game. Change. Oh boy. We've lost our blunt weapon, which is not great. These bread knives really will not last very long here. But it does feel like we've cut through a lot of the zombies here. Oh boy, I made a crawler by accident. She really just wanted a hug. That one's still beating up the wall. Yeah, we drew a lot of them towards the front before. Okay, we no longer have a weapon, which makes this very dangerous territory, because there might still be sprinters here. Not having a weapon when you have to fight sprinters is scary. So I think I'm gonna back off for actually. Clucking good eggs. I don't think they're gonna have weapons in there. It's probably a bunch of egg cartons. We'll go and we'll find a weapon and then come back. I think we had some animal bones that we could probably make into weapons. There was context for it at the time, but I can see how beard hair being used for pillow stuffing is an image that's difficult to remove. I don't know, I feel like the hairs would find a way to poke through and kind of hurt. I don't know how cozy that would be, but then feathers aren't that cozy either when you think about it. They do the same thing. And that's usually the item in games that you need for pillows and stuff. Oh, no. No. Our chicken's rotted. Horrible. We've still got cooked egg. Even the chicken feet rotted. I didn't get the option to use the chicken feet in anything, but we haven't been making soups or anything either. Okay, what do we have? We might have a weapon that we could bring back there. We've got extra hammers. I don't feel like I have an excess of enough stuff. We can take a ratchet wrench though. That is something. We're still feeling pretty tense. What else can we do? Most of the stuff we need to do is related to clearing. See, like the animal trailer, chicken factory might have an animal trailer. Not sure where else to look for them. Sometimes they're just along the road. So we never know where we're going to find one. There is a shop that we haven't visited, but it's probably going to be pretty busy. Like, that's probably going to be another clearing job. Rabbits, again, just have to wander. Rain collection barrels. We're gonna need to build our carpentry skill for. I think at this point, our best bet is finishing clearing the chicken factory. And then there's a shop that I want to clear too. Imagine sleeping on a pillow full of beard hair every morning. Hair gets in your nose or mouth. No coffee needed to stay awake, yup. Oh man. Going without a pillow might be best at that point. So that's some wiry hair. That's some wiry hair. Good weapon. We have a wrench. Good weapon is something to put on the list, but it's kind of an implied, isn't it? Even when we have a good weapon, we want more. Technically, we do have a machete, but I don't want to use it. Oh, wait. It's not busy here. It's not busy. There's no cars in the parking lot, but it's not busy. Who's in here? Oh, they're upstairs. Oh, man. They'll get to the door eventually and start banging on it. We'll take some hiking boots. Oh, they could open doors. All right, buddy. Good for you. Who else is there? Oh, I don't like how that one went quiet. Okay, certainly heard that. I don't want to go through the doorway. You come through the doorway. Fine. The rake will take, because we can use that for helping the animals out. Foraging 1 we're gonna want at some point. Kentucky Farmer, it looks like we already have. A hatchet. We gotta save it for a tool though. Spade we can take if we ever want to dig a grave. You know, I like to take the gardening baskets and just use them for all the seeds and stuff that I pick up. Keep it a little organized. So they're easy to just plop down once you get back home. We found another David the Gnome. Do we need to... We could bring David the Gnome a friend. Just more friends. Sack of sand. Eventually that will be very useful. We'll take the 1. Lots of gardening supplies here. bunch of watering cans is gonna be super awesome. Just let it gather the rain, not have to stop by somewhere to pick up water. We only need the one book. Oh, there's a bunch of David the Gnomes here. When we get the car working for us, we can come back and bring them home. Put the watering cans in there for now. I like how the zombies are just leaving us alone. Like, what was I mad about? I don't know. Girl is living your dream life. You'd love to spend time in an abandoned supermarket? Yes. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a yoga ball in the corner. Really helps the back to swap between a chair and a yoga ball sometimes. At least mine. Sack of gravel. We'll need that for crafting. A nice whetstone. Stuff to feed the animals when we run out. Empty bleach bottle. I mean, I'll take it just because it's a nice big water storage container. And we'll need to be emptying our, whatchamacallit anyway, our rain collector. There's lots of nice decorative plants that you can pick up here as well. Whoa, hello, another one that can open doors. Thank you. How polite. He's just sitting in the corner. Oh. Key to the garden store. Awesome. More hatchets. Okay. Now we can use the hatchet. We're getting a bit heavy here. Oh, they were up in the break room. I see. A burnt beef patty. There isn't even an oven in here. They burnt that in the microwave. Lots of empty watering cans. That actually is really good news. A little doghouse there. I really do think they're planning on adding pets. No cat. Yeah, no cat in this game yet. No cats, no dogs. But there's all the kinds of stuff you would expect if they were to add cats and dogs. We'll go this way. We're overloaded, so we're kind of slow, which is not good with sprinters around, but we've cleared a lot of this area. If something comes at us, it should just be small numbers. Hopefully just the one. Yeah, see? There's always some guy to take us up on it. But he was not a sprinter. I remember, I think the most impressive part to me about the Fallout series, I started playing Fallout 3 for a bit because I was living in Virginia at the time and it was kind of fun to try to find where I was on the map. And I got really immersed in the game. I got really into it for a little while. Like, I was playing it a lot. And then I ended up going to a supermarket in real life. And just being blown away by how much was there. Because I'd been going into ransacked areas. You know, like in Fallout, all of the supermarkets are so destroyed. I was just looking around the supermarket like, look at all those bottle caps. It's amazing. My brain was still registering it as, oh, that's good loot. Well then, Martina still has a pet. In her head, a creature that meows for her. Is it a cat? Well, it meows. Sure. That actually was a big step. The fact that that was clear was really good for us. We got some good stuff out of that. Fresh whetstone is pretty big too. We have a lot of knives and axes and stuff that are going to need that. So I'm just going to keep that on me. We're going to favorite it. I gotta find somewhere in here that I want to put tools eventually. Because there's just so much stuff in there. It would make good storage. But for now, we're keeping our tools over here. Just so that we know where they are. Now we're a little worse off tonight for... Oh, I love the music. It just kicked in. I don't know if I've got it loud enough for you guys to hear that clearly, but the music, the way they've made it dynamic is beautiful. Sort of a quiet, contemplative vibe here. We've got a lot of sort of miscellaneous tools, and we've been storing them in here. The hatchet I'm going to put in with the animal tools because it kind of is. It kind of is. We need some of these things for, you know, cutting down trees and thing that you would normally use them for, but also just so that we have the ability to get meat from our livestock. Because we're gonna need the protein. I think now that our chicken has gone bad, we're gonna want to be looking at a butcher's hook. And we're gonna want to make a decision on the rams. I think if by autumn I don't have any baby sheeps, I don't know the breeding season, and I don't even know that I have breeding season enabled right now, but I think if we give them a period of time and they haven't produced any babies and the other ram has, then we might want to go with that ram. Just if we're gonna keep anything. I'm kind of just storing the dirty clothes over there. This can go here because it's empty water storage that we want to use. I'm gonna keep that hatchet on me. We'll definitely want to be collecting the hatchet heads when the handles break. So it would be a shame to lose the ones that we've decided to use as weapons. Alright, we're tired and we're hungry. Figure out something to eat here. We've got a bunch of rotten stuff to add to our compost bin. We can do that before we go to sleep. Kind of sad we let that stuff go bad. We have to use this cheese before it goes bad. Can't let the cheese go bad. Just gonna eat a whole bunch of hard-boiled egg. Just nom 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 nom. Do you think at a certain point she just pops them in her mouth? Eat the egg whole. Alright, yeah, we're gonna want to swap out our shoes. Not sure why that didn't happen earlier. I don't know if we want to even keep these. I'm just leaving them out in the yard for now. I did a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of organizing. I'm leaving the rest of the mess, and I'm making a little bit more of one. We'll get to it all eventually, but Martina does not have time to spare. She is losing weight again. Okay, I'm gonna sit down on the bed, and I'm gonna make her wait, because she keeps waking up too early. Just by a little bit. I have had characters pass out, by the way. If you're sitting in a car or something like that, and just waiting, you know, like speeding through time like that, and your character's super duper tired, it does seem to be able to happen. Not sure if that was because I had a mod on at the time. My memory's fuzzy on whether that was a week 1 run. I know that they added a whole bunch of mods to that. That's something that we will probably visit on stream at some point. Even though it crashes, even though it's pretty glitchy, they add stuff all the time. I love the different professions in it. I like the vibe they're going for. Martina needs a dog. She does. It's okay, though. We have David the gnome. We have friends. We've got our chickens. We've got our sheep. And we have David. David, I saw friends of yours in the garden shop. I will rescue them. I promise you this. We could bring those cat treats to David the gnome. He might like them. Maybe he's like my friend Sheikah. Alright, I'm gonna drop the bath towel over here. I'm gonna unfavorite it and drop it so that she doesn't use the bath towel that she cleans herself with, like dries herself, on the chicken coop. Oh, it has to be a mop, a dish towel, a bath towel, or a broom. Okay, so we can't use the rags. I'll keep the rag then. It's not very dirty, so I'll just have to remember, like, if I see an extra bath towel or a kitchen rag, you know, I'm grabbing that. I'm grabbing that if I do. The moment Martina officially became crazy. She needed a friend, okay? She needed a friend. I'm just gonna eat all of this cereal. She's having one of those days. She's talking to gnomes. Butcher's hook. That's what I wanted to work on. It'd be good to get some foraging done, but I don't know how much of that is going to happen. I might want to prioritize the chicken factory since they might have non-perishables there. What do I need for the butchers? 2 planks, 2 nails, large hook. Do I have 2 planks left? Oh boy. We need a log. We'll find one. Surely there is a log laying around here somewhere. There it is. Alright, plenty of planks from that. If we just stand here... Yeah, she'll grab the hacksaw on her own. It's nice to have a tool cabinet. Will she put it back on her own? Yes. She just took it off the shelf, used it, and put it right back on. Love to see it. Then we needed large hook and 2 nails. Oh yeah, we dropped the nails inside because lazy. Now we have to do more running. We'll take them with us and then drop them back where they belong. Just the nails, nothing else. We've got a matchbook in there for when we're desperate. This way we don't know exactly what we have. Can always check the pile if we need something that we don't know if we have. The butcher's hook I like to put inside because the idea of the chickens watching me butcher things slightly disturbs me. And we might have chickens and rabbits in there and stuff. David can watch us. Alright, we've got a working butcher's hook now. We could add to that tanning barrel and stuff like that. But the nails, must remember the nails. These are the things that weigh us down when we're going looting. Yes, I'm going to eat some eggs, grab some water because I'm not sure I'm going to make it into the building to a sink. Oh, that sink is out. We'll use this sink. Now, I don't have the lifestyle and hobbies mod, so Martina doesn't need to use the toilet, so the toilets technically are clean. You know? People in this world apparently don't need to use them. I don't know why they even have them. But to us, they're just another thing that we can get water from at this point. Alright, I'll take some eggs with me. We had some cereal earlier. We're good, we're good. Technologia. Oh, this commute to kill zombies is quite something, though. Jump scare walk. Yeah, we're just waiting for a sprinter to come out of the cornfields there. And we're back to Smelly Central. She's not at her breaking point yet, just upon walking towards the place, so... Maybe it was all the zombies that were scaring her. There's wood splinters around here. Wonder if that's just how many weapons we broke. She's nervous already. Where are all the zombies she's seeing? Salutations, fellow human. Let's see, is it just eggs in here? Or is it eggs and zombies? Ah, I'm thinking it's eggs and zombies. At least one. Ooh, my favorite season in this game. I don't don't know yet, actually. Avoiding Emily. Well, we're in Project Zomboid, so if Emily's around, then we probably clubbed her with a wrench. Potentially stole her get-up if she had cool clothes. Yeah, it's just a bunch of rotten eggs in here. This is what was really smelling. It wasn't even the million zombie corpses. It was just the rotten egg barn. Are you coming in? I can hit her through the window. Nice. Never lower your guard. She could be anywhere. No, she was hiding in that bush. Now these chickens here are probably in rougher shape. If we're gonna rescue them, then we do have to make it soon. Their coops are probably getting pretty dirty. Well, is the door open? Okay. I feel like some clearing out here before I break a window is probably a good idea. There, he broke the window for us. Doesn't look like many herd. When it's a zombie breaking the window, they don't care. Are any of you sprinters? Oh, we got some speed walkers. But unless the dumb ones that haven't spotted me yet are sprinters, doesn't look like sprinters. See, that's still very satisfying. They lunge real fast, and there's a delay before you can actually hit them on the ground now. So fence cheese is risky. But so often worth it. In controlled circumstances. It's more that it's different circumstances suit it. Because it used to be, if you had a million zombies chasing you, then fence cheese could work. Excuse me. I think he just ripped my shirt. Rude. Unacceptable. There was another zombie, wasn't there? I know there is. Where are you? Oh, hi. I don't think you were the one I saw. They're coming out of the house now. It really depends on how many are in there, whether we get to loot the house today. Oh, they're here in the fight. As long as they don't get between me and the exit, I'm happy. That's the thing. You don't want to leave enemies behind you. You always want space to kite them into. I I'd really rather check these buildings before I move up this far. Considering how far they're being drawn from. If you don't remove the broken glass first, you will hurt. See, yeah, there is one in here. She comes at us from behind at the wrong time. Game over. Have I made a community Discord yet? Not yet. Looks like it's just rotten eggs in here, too. Again, this is why she was stressed. It's a smelly farm. Some stale eggs in the freezer there, or the fridge. If it was a freezer, they'd probably be fresh still. Yeah, I have like, the furthest I've gotten with the Discord is I made it. We have a general and like a general text and no pictures or anything. I'm not even sure about the name yet. But it has been started, technically. Started working on roles and stuff like that, too. Any speedy boys? I like that this one has gloves. I'll probably be taking those. The most impactful skill in this game? Fitness. Fitness. Because, like, yes, there are a lot of good crafting skills and stuff like that. But fitness depends. Fitness decides whether you live long enough to use any of those. You have to play so carefully with low fitness. I've done it before. It is hard. There's an open book here, electrical one. That actually is concerning. That implies that this place has been looted already. It might just be that garage, though, if we're lucky. Okay. Well, they're still around. True. True. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be finished before I post it. Like to get a little more together on it, though. If you guys really want a community Discord, though, I can prioritize it. That can be a this week kind of thing. Who am I hearing? Oh, out by the woodshed. Poor guy. Lots of firewood, sapling. Ooh, they got good stuff here. I am gonna take the door hinges and doorknob though, because that's the missing ingredients for the door that we want to make. Where is the window they're banging on? Where is the window they just broke? If it's on an upper floor, yeah, it's up there, isn't it? They might slide down off the building and come try to flank us at some point. Oh, nice carpet, dude. Hey, another bath towel. We were looking for that. Oh, goodness. That's more than I was expecting. Getting out the hatchet. We're a bit tired for this, but... Yikes, dude. Not as scary as Minecraft zombies. What? You haven't seen the hordes or the sprinters. Eventually we'll want those long johns. Winter is a-comin'. We'll refill our water while we're here. A tracking book. We won't be able to use it yet, but someday. Should have checked the kitchen. Might have something better than our pocket eggs. They've got briefs, a corset, and a v-neck. That is quite an outfit right there. Ooh, we got July 13th. Knox event contained, they say. Curfew not needed. Mayor downplays rumors after picture leak panic. This is the picture. This is something that the news channels, they talk about it when it's probably July 13th in-game. We're a bit past that now, but this is talked about on the news in the previous build when the newspapers weren't like this as well. We finally get to see the photograph. The photograph shown here censored for the dignity of the victims shows a man with grievous injuries to one arm standing in a street filled with bloodied bodies. Louisville Mayor Terrence Stahl dismissed rumors that Louisville will implement a voluntary curfew in response to multiple other cities doing so. Let those coastal elites panic, said Mayor Stahl at a press conference on Monday. Louisvillians are made of stronger stuff. We don't know anything about this illness or virus or whatever it is. The authorities are fully in control. Fear will hurt us more than any outbreak can. It's frankly pretty disgusting to suggest curfews do anything but make a tense situation a lot worse. Not to mention the financial impact on the economy. If local bars, businesses, and restaurants... That's your pick. Oh no. It was you. Leaked photo raises questions. Officials move to dampen growing panic. Knox Event Zone, Kentucky. The president, along with CDC and military officials, moved swiftly to reassure the public that the Knox virus remains isolated within the exclusion zone after the leaking of a gruesome photo from within the Knox event yesterday. The photograph allegedly shows a person infected with the virus in a street full of bodies, causing panic among the public and confusion about the seriousness of the virus. A drip feed of information from military insiders, along with short-range radio messages from those trapped within the event zone, undermine the claims by military. At the same time, there's an earthquake strike in Japan. Knox zone not being supplied. Because they knew we weren't gonna live. The radio broadcasts are actually really interesting to listen to. I don't think I listened to them this time. But at some point, if I restart, I may play them for you guys. There's the jump scare. I feel like we just jump scared her, though. I don't feel like we need a key at this point. It doesn't really have a door anymore. We haven't been needing bandages and stuff like that, knocking on wood. So we haven't used very many. Oh man. Marmalade and peanut butter. They're making something yummy. Oh, a muffin tray and a rotten beef patty. When everything else to cook your stuff is dirty. That candle might come in handy someday. I kind of wish I could place the candles though and then light them. Right now you just have to hold them. Or at least the last time I checked. It has been a minute. I might check again. Just a rotten dead mouse. Air hostess? This fireplace poker is actually a really good weapon. Yeah, we'll attach that to our back. Can't read the old newspaper. Okay. So that's that just about search. Unfortunately not a whole lot of stuff. It was nice to get some newspapers to read though. Bit of marmalade and peanut butter won't hurt either. And now all of these chickens pretty much are ours. We've got a few more zombies to fight here, but that is not a today thing. We're already feeling pretty rough. And we have quite a walk home. I feel like this is a lot more tense for her than it is for us, because those cornfields are suspicious. We really can't see into them. We don't know if there's zombies in there. It used to be we could walk right through them. They were all just flat. No, it actually slows us down to go through them now. And we can't see through them. Ah, yes, the bath towel. I will drop that out there. A bath towel for me and the chickens. I would like to give them the one I already used for them. There we go. Now this one is ours. Fresh bath towel. In this game, it doesn't really matter, but I know that that's the bath towel that we cleaned the chicken coop with, you know? There's no going back from that knowledge. We've got some baking soda and we have white sugar, so if we find or make flour, then we will be able to start baking stuff, probably. So we've got eggs. We're gonna need milk. If we can find some cows, then I will be very happy. We might have to travel quite a bit to find them. This is why we need the animal trailer. There's no way I'm making the trek back with them on a rope. Meat cleaver. I mean, it makes a good weapon, but I'm gonna leave it in here for now. where we're keeping all our knives. Let's see. Yeah, if we place it, then it's just laying down. Kind of sad. Oh, this is where we're keeping all the door hinges and doorknobs. Forgot about this one. We've got a cigarillo in there, bag of bags. Bag of bags. This is where we could be putting them. Okay. Whenever I feel like organizing, we have that. I'll leave the candle in there too. This is kind of stuff that belongs in a junk drawer and bags. Sleeping pills, I mean, do we have any that we're keeping on us? Those are the kinds of things that when we want them, we're not going to have them on us unless we keep them on us all the time. So I will just do that for now. I feel like broken stuff that can later be melted down, probably, I'm just going to stash. So we got some copper scrap in there too. It fits in. I'm not sure whether I want to use this hatchet as a weapon or not. I'm going back and forth on it because we already have... We've got one full condition one and one that's really dull. I'm going to keep it for now. Let's see if we have anything else. Makeshift weapon. We can make them. We should probably eat first, though. We've got the fireplace poker, too. I'm just gonna eat the cheese. I don't want it to go bad, and we're hungry. We'll have some cheese. And just because it's better than cooking chicken with it, we'll just eat the peanut butter on its own. Pretty good meal in the apocalypse. Or shall I say, sheepocalypse? Oh, we had a nightmare. Are we afraid of a thunderstorm? Well, we're not going to calm down for a while. Let's just sit in this armchair at 3 a.m. Feeling tense. That's probably not going to go away until we read a book, but it's way too dark to read right now. So, we wait. And there's the light. It's a chilly day. Not tired enough to sleep. Okay, so because we woke up from a nightmare at 3 a.m., we're probably going to get tired pretty fast today. I'm going to take some of the rotten stuff out to the compost bin. Looks like the bugs are staying fresh for a while. That's some good news. We did make a fishing pole. Considering how low we are on food, that might just be our best bet for a little while. Because the foraging isn't going to go too well. And we want some meat to cook up with all the eggs that we can cook up. We are not. holding up a bit of water, even without the ability to cover it to contain it. Alright, we need a refill. I think we'll do a little bit of fishing. So we don't want to eat the bugs. We could do some foraging now that it stopped raining. We'll do some foraging on the way. How about that? Makeshift fishing rod. Hopefully it actually lasts, at least for a few casts. Oh, what did we find? Mushrooms. Eventually we'll know whether those are safe to eat or not. It's raining lightly enough that we can still find stuff, it looks like. The rain will bias it towards mushrooms and stuff like that. But we're still getting foraging XP. And it's something to compost. I'm going to disable that for now, because now we're looking at the water. We're looking for these little places where it looks like there's activity. Just going to have a quick look around, make sure. Okay, the closest zombie is over there. I'm going to go down this way a little bit, because I'm seeing some activity down here. Alright, and they'll probably see us across the way there, but that's okay. Let's see what we can do here. Can reel it in a little bit. Might want to go towards it more. I was trying to get it on an angle, but... And in this, you actually can break your fishing rod if you're not careful with it. Still got some bait, so... Now, I can speed up time during this, but I don't think it actually makes it any faster. It seems to take the same amount of time, roughly. Whether you're speeding up time or not, which means that less in-game time passing is probably preferable. Man, they're showing up right around it. The temptation. I think I do want to speed it. Whoa. Okay. Alright, we still got our bait. Okay, yeah, I can still cast. Doesn't seem to be going where we're aiming. That may just be low fishing skill. So we didn't catch the skill shows on this character. Let's see, does it do anything to speed it? Maybe. We got some seaweed. We can use that for cooking. Can we? Or was that just in the mods that I had? I think we can use it for cooking. We might eat some rice before we can do that, though. I don't know, sometimes it feels like the speeding is doing something, sometimes it doesn't. You have a good night. And have some good dreams. Hopefully no, Casey burdens in the dreams. Come on, give me a fish. And maybe that the time frame still matters. Because we got out of morning time and it feels like we're getting less. Empty plastic bottle. It's something. I feel like until we get decent at fishing, we probably are not going to get much. And we are hungry now. I wanted a single fish. Just one fish. Even if it's a small one. It's better than nothing. The zombie's still walking around over there, trying to figure out what it makes of all this. Alright. We're not getting any fish today. Seaweed, though. Seaweed is edible right off the bat. The fish trap might help us in catching fish, because we'll get the little fish we can use as bait. And hopefully level our fishing skill a little bit when we harvest them. The hook is nails. It could be because it's a makeshift fishing rod as well. Not exactly ideal conditions. Not very good at fishing and made my own. This can all live in here. For as long as it stays fresh. Fishing net, actually, I will put in there as well, because we can repair that. Twigs can go by this fire. And the mushrooms are unknown, so we will not be cooking with them. Could put them straight in the compost bin. lower the risk, but also we don't know when our foraging skill is going to get high enough. Maybe we'll have them available. We at least have eggs in excess. And soon enough, chicken in excess again. I think we'll probably work our way towards the gas station and sort of work on the chicken factory a little bit. Either on the way there or on the way back, probably. Like, either bringing chickens back or killing a few of them. We'll want to clean their coops as well, though, if we want to keep them alive. Eggs, but no eggs in Stardew Valley. Oh, we finally did get the chickens to start liking us in Stardew. That was a task. Alright, I could put them in cartons and stuff like that, but it, they're kind of just gonna go bad if I don't cook them and eat them. Still got about 4 hours left on the fire here. We'll eat the seaweed on its own. We don't have any rice. We'll catch more when it's time to make sushi. Okay, we can open the door while eating an egg if we click it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Alright, we have more water storage that is empty. So we'll put that there. We'll want to boil the water before we put it in the plastic stuff because we don't have a working microwave right now. There's generators around, but we don't have access to the gas station yet, so there's not really a point in bringing it. Especially without the car, because there's no gas. Alright, we will put most of the eggs back in here, but I'll be taking a few with me. Alright. Anything we want to add to the list? I mean, other than I will add retrieve chickens from factory. We must save David the gnome's friends. And we must just clear the gas station. That is a task all on its own. And we've got our stuff for next time. For now, we're just going to be eating eggs. If we decide to butcher more of the sheep next time, then we'll be prepared for it with the butcher's hook at least. We won't be able to process the leather and all that yet, but we'll be able to save it until then. Oh no. But for now, I'm going to leave it off here. It has been fun. Thank you all for making it such a fun stream, as always. And I hope to see you all soon. Have a very merry time zone, my friends.